Hello and welcome to Intermediate Algebra. This is a welcome video to get you acclimated to the course. So hopefully we can make this fairly quick and pain-free. So this is going to be your landing page when you click into the course. This is our home page. Nothing shows right now because we don't have anything. You can see announcements. Right now has a little not visible thing next to it because we don't have any announcements. But when I load this video, I'll make an intro announcement and you'll see that when you log in. So this homepage is not pretty, but it's the only thing that I can set where you'll see announcements. If I set it to go to the modules, then you won't necessarily see that there are any announcements for the course, and that's my main way to communicate with you. So this is our homepage. You go to modules here. We're going to take a look at the syllabus first. Okay, that'll always be accessible right here, just so we can go through the whole course. You can download it as a PDF. It's a little bit better formatted that way, but it's just easier to click in this way. Okay, so to start, I am Meredith Ratliff. I'm going to be your instructor this semester. A little bit about me. I've been teaching at Valencia for a long time. I think I'm at about 10 years now. I've taught a lot of college algebra and trig, and I teach intermediate algebra on and off when they need me. And the last time that I taught this course was when we went into the COVID shutdown, and it had been a couple of years before that. So it's been a little while since I've taught it, but I've taught it on and off throughout. So I'm familiar with the course, and we should be good to go. This semester we are going to be fully online. To reach me, messages in Canvas, not email and Outlook, but messages in Canvas are the best way to go if you have a lengthy message or you don't need a quick response. If you need a quick response, like you're in the homework, you're stuck on a problem, can't figure it out, you're getting frustrated, or I said I was going to post something and you don't see it, like the Zoom link or whatever, you can also text me at my phone number. A lot of times that's easier to like take a picture and send it to me so I can see where you are in the homework or what your work is. I only answer texts, I don't answer phone calls, but those are the two ways to reach me. I will typically respond to text within a few hours, with messages within Canvas, usually right away, but definitely within 24 hours. If maybe over during the week, over the weekend maybe a little bit longer, but I'm usually pretty quick. If it's been more than 24 hours, I will not be offended if you send me another message. Every now and then, a message will get lost, and we have no idea where it goes. So if you haven't heard back from me, by all means, please feel free to message me again. Most of this I'll let you read through. You've got your course descriptions, your core competencies. I tried to cut down on some of this, but some of these things we're just supposed to have in our syllabus. I'll let you read through. It's probably very similar for other classes. This is the important stuff that you want to make sure that you go back through and read on your own. So this is all of the grading information and the weights of everything and what you're going to be graded on. And then down here is a description of what each one is. So homework will be done in iMath AS. That's linked within Canvas. You don't have to do anything to link to it. So it's already in your Canvas course. We'll see that in a minute. I strongly recommend that you keep a homework notebook as you go. You don't have to write everything down, just the things that matter to you, some sample problems, things like that. That way when you go back to study for quizzes and tests, you've got something to look at. If you do everything in your head or on scraps of paper or on your calculator, it might seem easy at the time, but you're going to forget it, and it makes it harder later. So I strongly recommend that you write that down. You're going to scan that and submit it if you want a bonus for each test. Okay, so it doesn't have to be like 20 pages long, but the stuff that would need to be written down to figure out a problem should be there. Quizzes, we'll see in the schedule here in just a minute. Quizzes will be about every other week. You will have a few attempts. I'm still working on setting that up in iMath AS. iMath AS is not the most user-friendly program. So they'll be online, they'll be in iMath AS, and you will have more than one attempt at the problems. So hopefully it's more of like a practice learning sort of thing to prepare you for the tests. So there'll be 6 of them. You'll get to drop the lowest score. Midterm and final will be in-person proctored. I'm going to show you a little question that we have regarding that. I chose this semester to try it out because the online proctoring does not seem to work terribly well. There's a lot of technical issues. Not proctoring at all doesn't seem to work very well because a lot of people just aren't honest. So Yeah, we're going to try that this semester. We're going to do the in-person proctor just 2 times, once for the midterm, once for the final. You get to choose your time slot, so it'll be flexible. You won't necessarily, if you choose a time that isn't with me, you'll have somebody else, but it'll still be my test, and they'll proctor it for you. So we'll talk more about that later. Live sessions we'll do once a week. That'll be over Zoom. This will be kind of like what we do in class. You've got some module videos that explain some of this stuff, so that'll be like half a class, and then the other part will be the live sessions. We're going to do that Tuesday night at 7 p.m. If you have something else that night and you can't attend, that's okay. I'm going to record it, and you can go back and watch the recording. I'll give out a code each week that you'll submit in Canvas as proof of attendance. Okay, so, and by attendance, I mean either watching the recording or being there live. I strongly recommend that you come live. I found that people who just come, I'm not going to like give you pop quizzes. I'm not going to put you on the spot. You can ask questions if you want. If you just want to sit back and watch, that's fine too. But I find the people that come every week tend to do much better and tend to be a lot more comfortable asking me questions, which benefits them greatly. The lab assignments, this changed from the last time that I taught it, so I haven't exactly decided what we're going to do. They're probably going to be kind of like maybe fun exploration kind of things. So we'll use that to do our critical thinking and problem solving. I'm not going to give you new stuff on a test. I'm not going to give you things that you've never seen before on a test. That'll be stuff that you expect. So we'll have a little bit more fun in the lab assignments and maybe try some new things. You'll have chances to ask questions. We can work it out together, things like that. Late work, except for the midterm and final, we'll have a 10% penalty a day. Midterm and final, you have to attend, and you have to attend on time. Scanning, there's a little bit of information about scanning work, lecture videos. We'll talk about that when we get to the modules. Some tutoring and help, calculators. Disabilities, if you have accommodations, please let me know immediately. If you're working to document the need for disability or accommodations, please let me know that as well, so that I'm up on the situation, because if you get that approved like halfway through the semester, then it's a little bit, it's harder for me to try to catch up. So if you don't have it approved yet, but you're working on it, let me know that as well, if you don't mind. The rest of this you can read. Academic, honestly, just do your own work. This class is all about putting in the time, putting in the effort, getting the skills that you need to make it in other classes. So really, cheating is going to mess you up in the future. So just do your work. You'll get through it, I promise. We'll try to make it as least painful as possible. And then down here we have a schedule. This did not format very well, but the schedule is there of what we're going to do each week, and you can see it just as easily in the modules. So I might just take that out because that table looks terrible. It should look better in the PDF. Okay, so that's the gist there. You can go back and read through that on your own. And we kind of hit the highlights. So here the modules are the main part. So start here, this video will be here, and start here. You can refer back to it later if you want to. Under Zoom info, we've got that our live sessions are Tuesday night. Office hours I'm going to have Friday at 11 a.m. Okay, so Tuesday night we'll do our hour-ish long class, and then I'll also be able to answer any questions that you have about anything. So we can also, at the end of that, we can talk about homework or, anything that you're stuck on, any sections. If you can't attend Tuesday night, I assume that you've got things at night, so I have a daytime availability as well. So the live sessions will be recorded. Office hours are not recorded. That's for people to just come in and ask questions. You can pop in for 5 minutes, ask your question, and go, and that's fine. The links here, we've got the Zoom link, and then so that'll take you into the Zoom meeting. And then here is where I'll put the recordings and the notes. This is a Google document. That way I can only link Zoom to one class, and I've got 2 sections of intermediate algebra, so that way I can put the Zoom link in one place, and I'll also put I'll put a copy of the notes here. So you'll have a copy of my version of the notes, and you'll have the Zoom link in this document. So each week another line will go in here. Okay, so that's what that is. So that's under Zoom info. Okay, so you look, there's no Zoom over here. If you've taken a Canvas class before and you've seen Zoom in here, it's not there, it's in here. And that's because I can only link it to one class. Okay, so that'll be for both classes. All right, and then the weekly layout, you've got each week you've got instructor videos and department videos. So I make videos for all of the content. It covers like the basics of each section. And then when we come together in the live sessions, we kind of put it all together and practice problems together. So those are my videos. So if you click here, we'll look at one. Okay, so these are my videos. They're titled by what they are, and they're YouTube. All right, the department videos cover the same material. It's just a different person, different voice. Maybe it works better for you. That's totally fine. If you want to watch the department videos, that's totally fine. You do not need to watch both. It's the same material. I also included these because they work out some practice problems. So like if you're having a section that you're kind of stuck on and you want to see some extra practice problems, you've got those there as well. Okay, so they're all listed in the department videos. Okay, so again, instructor videos are mine. Department videos are ones that were made by the Valencia Math Department. Watch one or the other. You do not need to watch both. All right. Then under assignments, you're going to have all of your assignments for the week. This week is really long because we've got some intro stuff. I need you to do the proctored testing agreement and the diagnostic test by Friday to show that you have attended class so that I don't report you as a no-show. Okay, so those two things need to be done by Friday. They are not, it shows as points, but they are not going to count in your grade book. Same thing for the practice assignment, the iMath AS practice assignment. This is just to help you enter things into iMath AS, so it shows you like how to do a square root and things like that. It also does not count as a grade, but I put a due date so that it shows up in your calendar, in your to-do list, and all that sort of stuff. Okay, so these first three things need to be done, but they don't count as a grade. All right, that's just kind of first week sort of stuff. These three things, A1, A2, 1.1, those are your homeworks. Okay, so that's what you're going to have each week is one homework per section. And then we can go down to week 2 and see it's the same. Instructor videos, department videos, and then your 3 homework assignments. So 1, 2, 1, 3, 1, 4. Right now I only have the first 2 weeks published for you guys because I need to go through the others. Things were kind of jumbled. I want to make sure that I have everything lined up and everything. So like here's week 3, but I don't have it published yet. Some things will be marked as optional. That means that you don't have to do it. It's just there if you want it. Okay, so optional does not count as a grade. You don't have to do it. It's things that I think that you might find valuable. And then here you'll see our first quiz. Okay, and then week 4 will be the same. Instructor videos, department videos, your homework assignments, and so on. So the rest of these I haven't cleaned up yet. Like I said, iMath AS is not the most user-friendly. So right now I have the due dates in Canvas and not in iMath AS. The downside of that is if you work the problems late, you're going to get hit with a late assignment thing. But if I put the dates in iMath AS, I can't remember now. Anyway, what I'm trying to say is that the dates might change. Because it does, like the way that it syncs with Canvas. So I want to be able to adjust these when it benefits you guys. And iMath AS is just not super user friendly. So these might change. I can't remember exactly how I did it before, but I remember having issues with the due dates and late penalties, and I want to be able to open them up so that you guys can practice them again later. So that's the date. The dates aren't tentative, but the way that I have them set up might be tentative. Okay, so I think that's it. So this week, I need you guys to do the first 2 by Friday. There's no math to it. Well, the first one is no math. The second one is a diagnostic test. It's just to kind of give you a feeling of what your math skills are coming into this class. If you score really low on the diagnostic test, you might want to consider maybe taking another math class first. So that's why it's just there for your information, not for mine. And then these are your homework assignments for the week. Okay, so we're going to have our first Zoom session Tuesday night. If you guys have any questions, you can always email me, message me in Canvas, or text me. And I will be online tomorrow night at 7, Tuesday night at 7. And we can go over anything at that point, and then we'll also go over our first week's information too. So I'll try to keep it to an hour. I have it scheduled for an hour and a half plus questions. Okay? See you guys tomorrow.